All right. In math class, you probably studied logarithms. And if you didn't already, you eventually will. A lot of people hate them. Logarithms are the inverse of an exponential function. What do I mean by that? Let's take a real quick look at square roots in order to better understand it. So let's say I have something like x squared equals 100. How would I find x? Well, I would find x by taking the square root of both sides, right? And that would give me x equals square root of 100, which would be 10. Great. I could even do that with different kinds of roots. I could say x cubed equals 1,000, and you might see where I'm going with this, but if I wanted to figure that out, I take the cube root of both sides, which is a function that you can pretty easily do on any calculator. So I can say x equals the cube root of 1,000, which would be 10 again. But now what about this? What if I said I have 10 to the x equals 100? Now you might be thinking, well, obviously I know that. We just looked at it. That's going to be 2. X equals 2. But what if we hadn't just looked at that? I mean, I could say, what if I have 10 to the x equals 1,000? Well, obviously x equals 3. We just looked at that. But if I hadn't seen that, if I hadn't memorized some table of these potential exponential functions that I might run into, I need a way to figure this out. So the thing that is the inverse of this exponent right here is called a logarithm. Let me write that out. When I say 10 to the x equals 100, I could rewrite that saying that log of 100 equals x. This is just a function that you'll have on your calculator. We'll look at that in just a little bit. But this is going to be really useful when we deal with acids and bases. Remember, we had concentrations. Just a neutral water concentration was 10 to the negative 7. We're going to be able to do calculations in order to convert this into an actual pH value. But first we need to understand this. So anytime you see something like 2x equals, no, let's not do that. That's anytime you see something like 10 to the x equals whatever, let's call this number, let's just say b, just for a placeholder, then you're going to be able to take that and put in log b into your calculator. If you put that into your calculator, it will give you x. So no matter what these numbers are, we're able to flip them around. Okay? So that's why the log is the inverse of the exponential function.